What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am Brian and today I have the continuation video of the EVERGOODS shipment that I got. This is the EcoPak Civic Access Pouch 2, Cap 2, and this is interesting because it's actually very large, quite large, much larger than I think I would have suspected just from the photos. It is a 2-liter pouch, and kind of like the other video, I just tend to relish the opportunity to check out stuff for the first time when I have no exposure to it whatsoever. So I think I'm going to keep that going in this instance because I know this is a very popular pouch, but I don't know what it has to offer. So I think seeing what it has to offer for the first time and giving you my first impressions is going to be valuable and fun at the same time. So let's check it out. Civic Access Pouch, EcoPak, color black. And first impressions, which is really interesting to me because my first exposure to EcoPak was actually in the liner for this Philip Rabbit Traveler that I have, and it uses an EPX 200 liner. This right here is an EPX 400 material, so it's actually a 400 denier material, which should make it incredibly abrasion resistant. It actually, I think, is more durable than the VX21 that is used on some of the exterior materials of the Mystery Ranch Unicorn 2.0. So in terms of durability, we're talking super durable for a pouch that really should be going inside a bag. I mean, honestly, it's overkill, but I like overkill. In fact, that's one of the reasons I went for this pouch as opposed to the normal version that's just a nylon, because I like the material from my exposure to it with the Rabok, and I just think it's going to be built to last. Now, this is 33% more expensive. It is a $100, $99 pouch versus a $75 pouch. Is it worth the upgrade? For me, I believe it was. I mean, I voted with my dollars. I bought this one and not the regular one, and the regular one did not appeal to me personally because of the exterior material. So, again, this is a quite large pouch. Let's see what it has to offer. Just looking at it, actually similar design to the Griffin in terms of how they've done the straps. So really nice grab handle there, a couple of loops that are MOLLE sized for just hanging stuff off of if you like. Same setup between the top and the bottom. And the interesting thing about this pouch is the shape of the zipper and the compartments. So I guess let's get the main compartment open, but you'll see it's got kind of a triangle effectively, and it opens pretty smoothly. I think that's actually a big question I had, is how smooth is it going to be to open with that kind of angle to the zip? Opens really smoothly and then just kind of pops open actually with the top here. So try that one more time. Bit of a handful. The size is a bit of a handful. Interior, wow, they just pack this out, huh? They don't want it arriving to you looking flat, so they fill it out. And what do we have here? I'm not gonna read this one because it's the exact same letter that came with the Griffin, I believe. So, standard. In this case, we have a label that is not leather, which is not surprising, but it's the Civic Access Pouch 100% recycled polyester EcoPak by Challenge. They didn't want to put the sailcloth, they just said by Challenge. Lining 100% recycled polyester RBC 400 by Challenge. This organizer contains about 8 recycled plastic bottles, hand wash only, line dry out of direct sunlight. I actually really like that they put this on all of their products so you know what's actually in there. In the main compartment, We have a couple of open area pockets at the back, a nice large area in the center, oh, this is clever, I like that a lot, kind of a completely shiftable divider, so you can put it at the front, you can put it at the back, and it's got this excess material on the side that allows it to have that mobility. That is really nice. I really like that touch quite a bit. The main compartment divider has a zipper up top, and inside we have some additional organization. Oh, I thought that was going to be a pocket there. It's not. There's a kind of center pocket, but the sides here, even though it looks like it ought to be a pocket, it's not, and I'm not entirely sure why that's the case. That actually feels like a little bit of a missed opportunity why they didn't open that up. They've sealed that area closed. If anybody's watching and knows why they did that, I would love to know myself personally. Then in front, another three pockets, and on the other side, a nice zippered mesh compartment pocket in the lid with, again, a red key holder. And now I'm understanding from the Griffin video when I asked about the red, why they use the red. It's probably because they use the red in all of their other products. And I'm also noticing a question that I had, which is there's this zipper right here, and it's connected to that same lid compartment. So you have quick access from outside of this pouch to that compartment, and that is actually very cool. So the big question of the day is, how can this pouch be utilized and what can you fit in it? And I think the best test for this is going to be seeing what I can pull from this Peak Designs tech pouch and carry over into this CAP2 EcoPack. This is my GoPro setup. So I've got a GoPro, and actually I'm gonna give this tech pouch some love real quick, because you can see right here there is a lot of organization to this guy, and I figured out how to utilize this perfectly for my GoPro. Every time you get something new and you need to reorganize, it takes some work to figure out kind of the best setup. So I'm sure that my first loadout of this is not going to be optimal, but let's just see if everything fits. So the GoPro, it doesn't quite fit the way I would want in that little slot. Probably in this back one it'll fit. Fits right there. Batteries. Holder for the GoPro on the front of my backpack strap. Lens duster. Microfiber. DSLR lens pens, peak tool, GoPro handheld thingy mabobber, Peak strap, earplugs. So that does it from here, and I was able to fit it all, it looks like. Now this is interesting, and it's something I didn't give much thought to when I loaded this out, but that I appreciate now that I've closed it, which is you got to be careful about loading up this half of this pouch too high, because you still need to leave room for this to close. In this case, it's convenient that I just happen to do that, but I love the design because it makes everything just very accessible once you open it. It's almost like it's just presented there for you. Overall, capacity-wise, and in terms of organization, I can't actually say that I love it better than the Peak Design Tech Pouch. But again, it's an unfair advantage because I've had a lot of time to figure out how best to utilize the Peak Pouch, and I'm sure with time that I will figure out how to utilize this one a little bit better. The news of the day, as it were, though, is that it does appear to fit everything, which is good, which means I could use this as a replacement or alternative, and it does have a slightly different shape than the Peak Design's Tech Pouch when closed. It is a little bit narrower, a little bit wider, about the same height, and a lot more form to it. It has the handles, which I think are better than these guys. Overall, this is an incredibly burly, durable feeling pouch. I'm really impressed with it. I want to know, what can this fit in? Let's see, let's just grab a pack that I have sitting nearby. We'll go with this Philip Rabach Day Pack. And how does this fit kind of in the bottom of this guy? Pretty well, pretty nicely. So I think this is a pretty large size for a pouch, but kind of just the right large size for a pouch. It's not too large. And it's designed pretty well where I think you could put them side by side like this if you wanted, or you could stack them like that if you wanted. So I think that was intentional. I have a feeling, although I haven't measured it, that the height is exactly half the width. Just eyeballing it, that appears to be the case, and I missed this, but up front we have two more slots right here, two exterior pockets. That is a nice touch as well, plus a loop area for a Velcro patch. Overall, thumbs up. This one's a winner. I'm definitely going to be utilizing this guy a lot going forward, I am sure. And I think that's all I've got for this one. So what do you think? Do you have a Cap2? I know most people out there who have been into the scene for a minute absolutely have one of these. How do you like it? Do you have the EcoPack version? How do you think it compares to the standard version? I don't have the standard version, but I have seen the material that's used on it. I think it's the same material that's used in the interior of the Griffin. And I do prefer the durability of this EcoPack better personally, even though it's completely overkill. So that's all I've got for this one. Thank you for watching, and I will see you at the next one soon.